to our video. This is Kenneth Ford from Marketing Media Company, and I'm speaking with Christopher Potts. Chris Potts is the President and Chief Executive Officer of Duffy Floors Incorporated, Frank H Duffy Floors Incorporated, out of on Salem Street in Medford, Massachusetts. An 86-year-old company, coming up on 86 years. 85 years this year, and Best in Boston magazine, Best in Dustless Sanding Hardwood Floor Installation for 2009 and 2011. Chris, how you doing today?
Pretty good, Ken. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. It's good to get a little conversation going with you. And what we want to do today actually is explain some things to folks who have hardwood floors in their homes, and give them a few hints on one of your specialties, and that's dustless sanding, hardwood refinishing. And first thing I probably ought to ask you, Chris, is exactly what is dustless sanding?
Well, it's pretty simple, Ken. Dustless floor sanding incorporates the use of the two-stage vacuum system that we directly attach to the sanding machines. So it really gets rid of all the airborne dust and most of the heavy dust that we create. It's a great system.
All right. And then, be that as it may, it's a great system. Should I still be expecting to see a little bit of dirt and dust and necessity for cleanup with that system?
Yeah, it sure is, Ken. Nothing is dustless, 100%. We still have some heavy dust that does tend to kick out a little bit. But it's greatly diminished from what it used to be in past years. And, as my wife puts it, it's less dust, not dust less.
Right.
Comparatively, there's some dust that does tend to be created. The vacuums eliminate all the airborne dust and most of that heavy dust, but there's still some that does get by.
Okay. Well, with the reduced dust that you are able to accomplish with that type of a system, do you still find that it's necessary to hang plastic between rooms and take pictures down and take those precautions in order to make sure that the person's home stays fairly clean?
Ken, it's really, that is a good point, because if you're renovating a room, you really need to take the pictures off the walls, the draperies down, and things like that, just to make sure that things are clean, make sure that they don't get bumped into, or that vibration tends to jostle things from the sanding. But when you are renovating a room, I think it's a great idea, and we go the extra step even with, because we hang plastic in all the doorways, we hang plastic over kitchen cabinets, bookcases, things like that, and just trying to contain as much as we can. I really like to err on the side of caution. I prefer to hang plastic over all those cabinets and door openings and even stair openings, and just keep the house as clean as we possibly could. But you always, it's always a good idea to give the room a good final clean after we're done, because my guys, I can't clean my house as clean as my wife likes it, and I wouldn't expect my guys to meet any one of your standards on cleaning. So there's always some clean required after we're done.
Okay, now we're talking about obviously trying to keep the amount of dust and stuff down in the house. Are there different ways to accomplish that task? In other words, I guess, are there different types of dust containment systems that are available out there on the marketplace? And then probably a follow-on to that would be which are the most efficient?
Well, yes, Ken, there are different types of systems out there. There are truck and trailer mounted units that are very powerful. They require a hose that comes from that unit where the truck or the trailer is parked, and the hose is going to go into the house either through an open door or an open window. There's also in-house units that can be brought specifically right into the house and set up in the rooms where the work is being done. Those units are a bit more versatile and to adapt into situations in the city and high-rise buildings, as well as inclement weather. You know, you don't want to leave doors open or windows open when it's snowing or raining or blowing. So in this case, with the in-house units, they don't have to be left open. They are not as powerful as the truck or trailer-mounted units, but I think the ease of care and workmanship to try to get this the machine in the house and to get it working next to where we're working, I think there's great advantage to that. And that's why we use, we have a lot of the atomic and dustless systems made by the Bona company, and that's what we use when we're sanding floors. We also have backpack vacuums that we attach to all of our buffers. Buffers typically will just really kick up the most dust, because that's the real fine sanding that we do at the end of the sanding process. So it works really well having these combined of backpack vacuums and of the dustless systems that we use.
Okay, Chris, sounds great. I know for a fact that you folks do real nice work because I've seen it. I've seen you guys both do installations and dustless refinishing, so I know that what's important to most folks is that they get the best result possible, and I'm certain that you're taking the path that leads to that result. Let me ask you something with respect to this dustless sanding equipment that you guys use. How long have you been using the dustless techniques in your business now?
Well, Ken, we started using the dustless systems in the fall of 2007. I found that the system was cumbersome. There was hoses that were attached to the machine, so the guys had to get used to it. But it didn't take too long to really see what the benefits of the dustless systems were. You know, it greatly improves the quality of our work because we don't have airborne dust floating around when we're coating the floors with the polyurethanes or the water-based systems or things like that. It also, the system makes it a lot better process for my employees as they're not breathing in the dust. Neither is the homeowner, and there's a lot less cleanup for the homeowner than there used to be. So this really, I'm sorry we didn't start using it earlier, but they really hadn't perfected the machines. Still working on them, and we're still trying to keep on the upper edge of the technology with them and try to get the best possible systems we can get to make the best jobs and the best quality of our work. It really is a great addition to our equipment.
Okay, Chris, and one more question, and we'll call it a wrap for today. Is there a difference, or is there a pricing difference between going with a dustless kind of a service and a traditional open sanding machine? Does it cost more to use the dustless process?
Well, Ken, in the past we did charge an additional fee for it, but starting this year, 2012, January 1st, we have decided to offer free dustless service. So no charge for the dustless. We include it in on every job that we're doing, and it's included. You know, there's no price difference from doing it with or without. But we're just decided that it'd be a good business practice to always use the dustless systems now. So that's what we're offering everybody. My guys are all behind me because they like using them now, and it just to see the quality of the workmanship and the work that we're doing with the systems is far exceeds anything else. So we want to keep up with technology and offer our customers top-of-the-line technology and to get the best quality work.
Well, that sounds great, Chris. It should help lead you to a repeat performance in Best of Boston Magazine for 2012, and bode well for another 85 years of Frank H. Duffy flooring for the folks in Boston to be able to take advantage of.
Well, thanks a lot. It's been great talking with you today.
Okay, and we'll touch back base next week. Okay.